Next, I'll tell you about the political organizations before Indian National Congress. As we already know, Indian National Congress was the main organization through which Indians got their freedom. But before that organization also we had many other organizations. By the end of 19th century, peaceful political movements were going on in India. We were not having any base, we were not having any platform to speak for our rights. Educated Indians were easily able to know the situation and condition of India, and they secretly started forming their organized groups against the Britishers. The main aim to establish these groups were to ask for freedom, to have freedom of expression, to have freedom of speech, to have freedom of thinking, and finally the way to demand freedom from Britishers. Illiterate Indians did not have that courage to stand in front of Britishers. So educated Indians took a major part in this formation of political organizations. These started from Bengal, Mumbai, Madras, where British Raj was already established. Firstly, the states where British Raj was established, these organizations started from those places. Many political organizations formed, such as Pune Sarvajanik Sabha in 1870, Indian League in 1875, East India Association in 1876, Madras Mahajan Sabha in 1884, Bombay Presidency League in 1885. These were small organizations formed to show that they can also fight against the Britishers and they can have a platform to tell their rights. But no national level organization was there. All the organizations were localized. At a national level, still there was no organization. Sundarnath Banerjee, one of the leader, called a convention. Convention is a meeting where people come and discuss the issues. In Kolkata in 1883, about 200 people, representatives from various areas came into the meeting. And again in 1885, the second meeting in Kolkata was there. They wanted to form a national organization so that national people, our nation's people, can show their problems, discuss their issues, put their demands forward in front of the Britishers. So in this way we can say that before Indian National Congress also, people were aware that they need to fight in an organized way. Otherwise Britishers will never listen to them. Next most important topic is Indian National Congress. As I have told you that many organizations were there before Indian National Congress, but in 1885, as second meeting was held, after that a platform was ready for establishment of an organization on national basis. They were already having talks, they were already discussing, and a retired British officer naming A. O. Hume. He was a Britisher, but he gave Indians a way, a direction through which Indian can have an organized way of discussing their issues. He gave Indians to adopt a path, a valid path to do politics instead of violence and aggression. As he was educated, As he was a deep thinker, he guided Indians towards the right path. With the efforts of Mr. Hume, Indian National Union was formed. And during these meetings, A.O. Hume took permission from Britishers and wanted Indians to carry out a meeting as Indian National Union in Mumbai on 28th December 1885, where they named this Indian National Union as Indian National Congress as suggested by the members. 72 representatives were there from different areas of India, and first president of the first meeting, first convention of Indian National Congress was V.C. Banerjee, that is Vomesh Chandra Banerjee. In this way, on this day, Indian National Congress was born in India. There were many objectives of Indian National Congress. Main objective was already very obvious, that is freedom. But before that freedom, Hume wanted Indians to encourage, to protest through appeals, memorandums, delegations, meetings, associations, to fulfill their demands. He never encouraged Indians to fight, to be aggressive, to be violent. He always showed a peaceful path, an organized path for freedom. Leaders took the help of A.O. Hume to have open conflict with Britishers, because Indians were not able to express themselves in Britishers, so A.O. Hume helped them to express in front of the Britishers. Main reasons for Indian National Congress was restlessness among Indians and a need felt for political issues to be discussed, and expression was not there before Indian National Congress. Finally, we got a platform to express our national consciousness and our thoughts in front of the Britishers. In 1885, Vomesh Chandra Banerjee stated some major objectives why Indian National Congress is set up. First was to promote freedom. This party, this organization wanted to promote freedom and mutual cooperation among Indians. They wanted Indians from all the parts of India should come together to fight against the Britishers. He wanted to eradicate the differences between caste, religion, and remove all the prejudices and wrong thinking among people, and to promote unity, patriotism, justice, and democracy. It was set up to make plans for the next 12 months, what they will be doing for the next year also. This party already fixed their plans. To know the problems of India, each representative of different area knew their problem, and they discussed the problem of all the areas of India. And the main problem were the Britishers. So they discussed and tried to put those problems in front of Britishers. In this way, Indian National Congress was born, and finally main objectives were decided.